This is how the pizza pushers make their dough. First, we put the yeast in our mixer with about 70% of our very cold water. We start spinning at around 50 rotations per minute for a minute or so to cut the yeast. Then we add around 70% of our flour and increase the speed to 100 RPMs. As the ingredients begin to mix, we watch for the dough to start pulling away from the edge of the bowl. Once it does, we add the remaining flour. Now we add more water, pouring it slowly down the edge of the bowl and save a little bit for later. Then we turn the speed up to 150 RPM and pour in the last bit of water down the edge. Hear that? Now we can increase the speed further to 175 RPMs. At some point, we want to pause the mixer to clean down the walls and check that nothing gets stuck. We want to make sure that our dough is ready by checking its temperature, and 23 degrees is the sweet spot that we're looking for. And just before the dough hits 23 degrees, we add the salt right into the middle of the mix and increases the mixer to full speed. We let it mix a bit longer until 23 degrees and until it shows that perfect pumpkin or ice cream-like consistency. Then we let the dough rest for 10 minutes. And once it's done, we give it a few more spins for about 30 seconds at 100 RPM. Now comes the tricky part, taking the dough out of the mixer without breaking it. And as you can see, it can be a bit of a challenge, especially when you're petite. Once it's on the bench, we form it into a nice ball, rolling it around until it gets that characteristic baby bum look. We then place the dough into a lidded box, where it rests for about 40 minutes to an hour. After this resting period, we gently help the dough out of the box. We then start cutting it into sausages. We use our cutter and we portion out dough balls of around 260 grams. The way we shape our dough balls is by tucking it in under itself several times, and finally, we drag and roll it on our bench towards us so that we achieve that nice little ball. Once again, tuck it in and under, and roll. 15 dough balls per tray, and around 80 dough balls per batch of 12 kg.